Hey guys, happy Vlogmas day 2. So today's video is going to start out kind of with some drama that I have to share with you guys involving my youngest son and a situation going on in his bus. But I'm going to take a sip because I've warmed this coffee up twice now. So anyway, so there is a situation at school and it involves my youngest. He has dealt with this kid on the bus being a bully. I didn't know about it until this weekend because I started noticing his attitude changing later the day got on because, today started school again after their Thanksgiving break. So I had a conversation with him because I knew something was off. My gut was telling me. So I took him into my room and we had a little chat, little heart-to-heart chat. And my youngest, who's 7, is an honor roll. He's been honor roll since starting school. He does really well in school. He's actually above average in school, and he doesn't struggle at all. He knows literally almost every teacher at their school. He's got a bubbly personality. He's a very loving kid. He likes to befriend everybody. Like, he literally tells me that everyone in his class is his friend. Whether they know it or not, to him they are. So he's just that loving kid and likes to be friends with everyone. So when he was telling me that there was a kid on the bus that was just being mean to him, it was very shocking to me because he's just a nice kid. Like, he tries to be friends with literally anybody and everybody. And of course, we've always taught our kids, there's just some kids that don't want to be your friend and they're just mean and there's nothing that you can do to change it. It's just you always be nice to people, you show them kindness, whether they deserve it or not. But when there comes a situation that they're just being mean all the time, you need to stay away from that person because they can end up just hurting you, and I don't want that. So my youngest was telling me how this kid isn't just being a bully to him. He's done things to other kids. And my youngest, he's tiny. He is really skinny. He's tall, though, for his age, but he is tiny. So to me, I guess that would, for other kids that are bullies, an easy target because he's had some, medical issues that, he needed casts on both his legs. And then he had on the medical boots on both his legs because he's been diagnosed with very mild cerebral palsy in his legs. So he has some little issues. He was born very early because of it, and he's just dealt with a lot in his short little life already. So it angered me as soon as he was telling me the situation. This kid not only was just saying mean things, but he's already been physical with my son, and he put his hand on my son's head and was pressing him up against the window. And I noticed because when I was brushing my son's hair, he was always sore on the side of his head. And, I'm always looking what is going on, and that's why. So that angered me so much. Any parent that has kids, if your child comes to you and is telling you that someone's hit your child or done any harm to your kid, Mama Bear comes out, right? So this morning when the bus came, I got up on the bus and I purposely wanted to say it a little louder. So if this kid, because I don't know what this kid looks like. I do know the kid's name and I'm not going to mention it here, but I gave the bus driver the name of the child that he said and that I was calling the school to report it. She said, thank you, because I've tried to report this kid numerous times. Nothing's been done yet. That angered me even more, knowing that she's reported this situation and nothing's been done about this child who has been doing things to other kids on this bus. Now, my son, he goes to a primary school. That means it's ages from 2nd grade and younger on this bus only. Then they pick up the older kids after they drop off the primary school, the elementary school, and the middle school ride together. So that the child that's bullying is 2nd grade. So he's picking on younger kids or kids that are like my son who are just not able to really defend themselves because of their size. And that angers me so much. So I did call the school and I, reported who, what I was calling for. And the person I spoke to already knew who my son is. My son has this bubbly personality, so he knows a lot of the staff at his school. He knows many, many teachers, and he already knows the principal and vice principal personally, and they love him. So that just shows, like, my son, how he is. He's very loved at the school because he's just like this ray of sunshine. And I'm not trying to like think that, oh, my son's some angel and he's perfect. No, he has a lot of faults. Trust me. My kid is a typical 7-year-old boy, but he knows how to be respectful at school and other places and towards other people. We've taught our kids that. None of my kids have had incidents, reports on them for any situation of picking on a child or being mean. All of my kids have been known by teachers and loved by teachers and staff and principals. So I'm very blessed in that department because I was not like that in high school. But we're not talking about me. We've also taught our kids that when a situation were to come up, if ever, you are not to let someone put hands on you and just, keep hurting you. If there's ever a situation and someone puts hands on them, that is the only time we tell them that it is okay to fight back. We do not expect our child to just lay there while someone's wailing away on their face. Like, no, you're not doing that. If someone puts hands on you, you put hands on them and you make sure to end that and make sure that they never do that again. That's actually had to happen for my oldest son once, where a kid kept pushing on him and punching on him, and he gave him 3 warnings to stop. That kid did not listen, so my son ended it, and that kid never again touched him. Son didn't get in trouble either because an adult saw the situation happening before he could get to them and let me know of the situation. So, yes, I do believe in self-defense. If a child is going to be assaulting my child, because that's what it is, you're damn right I'm going to tell my child to defend themselves, because I do not expect my child to just play some innocent, like, I'll just stand there and maybe if I don't do anything, they'll walk away. No, that's stupid. Kids today are very mean, meaner than ever. I've seen so many horrible things on the news of older kids rushing up onto a bus with young kids and just beating them up for no reason. It's sickening. It's disgusting. We were talking about, should we get our kids into karate and teaching them, how to defend themselves in certain situations, because in today's age, like, you kind of need to. It's sad because now they have all these drills for, like, terrorist drills and active shooter drills. Now you need to, like, it's almost mandatory to send your kids into karate to learn how to defend themselves. So I'm not very happy at all. I did call the school, and like I said, the principal took down all my information, the bus number, the kid's name. They are going to handle the situation. The teacher was also, I had her personal number, so I had already let her know this morning, and she was also going to talk to who she needed to get this resolved, because I told them this needs to be resolved, and this kid should not be on the bus, because he hasn't just done things to my child, but to other kids as well. And if I hear of an incident from this kid again, I'm going to press charges on this child, because that's assault. I don't play games like that. I don't care what age this kid is. This kid can know right from wrong at 7 years old. You know that if you're putting hands on somebody, regardless of what age, you know it's not right. Because if it was right, everybody would be doing it. But they're not doing that. I hate when people try to tell me, well, this kid's still a kid. He can learn. Yeah, he can learn right from wrong. But sometimes it takes some tough love and a bad situation to happen to that child to straighten up. And I mean like getting in trouble in a serious way for them to stop their behavior. Kind of like a scared straight thing. He needs some scared straight stuff to happen, because apparently if they don't address this now, this kid can grow up to have major attitude issues even more and could harm someone even more. This situation could put a stop to him being a bully, because who knows what this kid could end up growing up to be. We have no idea, and I could be totally wrong. This kid might grow up and be a respected young man that does great in the community, but I don't know, and I'm not going to put that trust in a child. I don't know, but it's my job as a parent to not just protect my kid, but I feel like all the other kids that are on the bus as well, that maybe they didn't, they're being picked on and they didn't want to tell their parents either because they're being threatened by this kid, scared to tell their parent because they're afraid this kid might get mad for telling on them and take it out on them even more. I have no idea. So I told my son that if when you're on the bus, if this kid's on the bus, until we get this situated, to stay away from them as long as possible. And I told her too, the bus driver, that I want him close up to where you're at, so you can keep an eye and make sure the situation is not going to happen. Because, bus driver can't watch every kid. Their job is to get our kids to where they need to go safely. That's her job. And I don't blame her for some kid being mean, because like I said, she is to pay attention to the road and get our kids safe. That's her job. I don't want her being distracted at all. But when you have a kid that is being mean and taking advantage of the situation, it is a distraction. It could cause her to actually cause it, have an accident because she's trying to stop the situation. And they have these helpers on the bus that, let me tell you, these aren't really helpers because they're children. They're kids that are just, they don't know what to do in certain situations, because if they did, this would have stopped. So, yeah, I think they need to have actual helpers on the bus, not these little kids that are like just there because they have nothing else to do. But I'm going to get off here because I need to go and relax. I already called the school, so I don't know what time they're supposed to call me, but I want to be, done with this little video before they call. But I will talk to you guys later. I guess the next clip you'll see will be, who knows what you'll see today. So thanks for watching. Bye. So our elf is back, and she's been up to no good. So I'm going to turn this camera around and show you the fun our elf has been doing since coming back. And here we have Cora, our elf, and some characters fighting all these other characters to save her husband right there, Ken, on this bat cave. You can see all the characters I've set up. So yeah, my youngest is the only one that still believes in the magic of our elf Cora. So it's really fun to be creative while he's gone and just do little things like this for him, because he really loves it. So he's going to love this when he comes home and finds this little display in his room. So yeah, our elf has been back since Thanksgiving night. She came back, and our elf's name is Cora. And my youngest loves to find this elf and doing all her crazy shenanigans. He's the only one out of the kids that still believes the magic of the elf, so he just enjoys looking for this elf. It's really cute. During the day, like if he's home, we move the elf around the house to do little like funny things, getting into things, and then at night when he goes to bed, we set up some type of display and make it like a bigger thing for when he wakes up to see what she's done. So he looks forward to that a lot. This morning, she made him breakfast, made him toast with hazelnut spread and some Christmas theme sprinkles on top. And he loved that. He ate it. He enjoyed it. So I'm like, really? She makes you something that he's never, ever asked for, and he ate it. So I think Cora's going to be making his breakfast all the time to get him to eat stuff. And I'm so sorry that I keep doing this with my nose. The oxygen I wear has kind of just ruined the lining inside my nose. So I'm constantly have a runny nose. I thought it was the change in weather, but it's been like this for a few weeks. I am going to mention it to my RA doctor. And I have like something pulled in my neck, so I feel like my neck is like this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing with the elf right now, because I'm going to leave it in there until he's home and he can see the situation waiting for him in his room. So he's going to enjoy that a lot. But I'm actually going to end this video because it's long enough. for Vlogmas Day 2. Tomorrow, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I might do a get ready with me video of how I put my makeup on, and I'm just going to do like a voiceover with that. Maybe I might do a voiceover. I don't know. I haven't done that yet, but I'll try and do a voiceover, and I'm definitely gonna put makeup over it and speed it up a little bit so you guys can just watch that. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye.